At the Flower Pot in Derby this Saturday, so I had a little chat with him yesterday. It's by no means his first time at the Flower Pot, actually.
Well, I've played it solo quite a few times, and the last time we played it was as the Icicle Works. We had a 5-piece band, and we had a bit of a to-do trying to fit on that stage, but we did, and it was packed out, and it was a great night. Always a great crowd in Derby.
It's not the biggest venue, but it packs a punch, the Flower Pot.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these are the sort of places where I play now. I'm a great champion of the grassroots circuit. I'm a vociferous talker about it on Facebook, and, you know, I always like to remind people that they must support grassroots venues like the Flower Pot, because we've slipped into a kind of culture whereby people spend all their money on events. I call them eventists. They love going to the big, enormous show, which is a year away, and they'll stump up a couple of grand, take the family and do the whole bit. But they don't seem to be as excited about going to grassroots venues for some reason. We've slipped into that, so I'm here to remind them how important they are. Not only for young talent coming through, obviously somewhere to play, but for old timers like me to, you know, make it a decent living, you know. So very important venues, places like Flower Pot.
And they can be some of the most memorable gigs you go to, seriously. I mean, I've been to your Wembley Stadiums and all that nonsense. I've seen you in I think it was the Fleece and Firkin in Bristol, and just that intimacy of saying, what shall I play now? And someone shouting out Motorcycle Rider, and you going, yeah, not on your Nelly, you know.
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I will stump up for a big show if it's somebody I really want to see. You know, I went to see Roger Waters and Peter Gabriel last year. Right. Cost me a lot of money for good seats, but I will do it when it's somebody I really want to see. But, you know, most people who go to those shows end up watching a screen from half a mile away, whereas in these venues like the Flower Pot, you know, you're right up there, personal. You can speak to them, you can shout stuff out, you can heckle and get a bit of banter going. We have a laugh at that, and then, you know, we walk over to the merch stand and do all the selfies and signing and stuff at no extra cost.
Tell us about the show we're going to get then at the Flower Pot. Because, as you say, there's band shows, there's the acoustic shows, and there's such a body of work now.
My acoustic shows, I mean, when you say acoustic show to the average punter, they imagine some geezer sitting on a stool, softly strumming an acoustic
singing
guitar,
yeah.
telling them how rough their love life is, you know. My shows aren't like that. My shows are loud and fun, and, you know, just because it's acoustic doesn't mean it's polite. You know, I still manage to rock out. The great thing about the solo shows is that you can talk a lot between songs if you want to, whereas that's a little difficult when you've got a band on stage, because they don't know what to do when you're talking. And, you know, answering questions, and it's an intimate thing. You can see the red of my eyes.
There are many of your songs, and in particular the Icicle Works songs, that mean a huge amount to me. What about to you? What are the songs from that body of work that mean a lot to you even now when you play them?
Well, you know, you go through stages with them, because, I mean, a lot of those songs are close to 40 years old, and indeed some of them are 40 years old. And so you go through the thing of being excited about them when they first come out, and then you get a little weary of playing them, and then you end up dropping some of them, and people don't like that. But at this stage of the game now, 40 years in, I just see them as wonderful gifts, because, you know, when I play them, it's like being Father Christmas. And I like that, you know, I like making people happy. And I've always been very conscious of having a good anthemic chorus that people can sing along to. I think that's very important. All the great songs have got bits where people can sing along, and mine certainly do. And often it's a blessing, because it's all pretty high up, because I sang a lot higher in those days, and by the time I get to the chorus now, I'm 63 now, I'm a bit out of breath, so when they jump in with the chorus, it's a relief.
Just your favour.